Alright, hey guys, here's the result of yesterday's splendors. It's a TAT Industrial Ceiling Fan that Dan loaned to me for however long I would like, or until he needs it, whichever comes first. Been meaning to get a couple industrials, but it just never really happened. Nothing like this anyways, so this is kinda cool for me. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Something I will mention though is these are actually really big childhood fans of mine, and at the time I didn't realize it was really late. He's just like, "How about these over here?" I'm just like, "Sure, fine." I don't even care. Because they were just somewhat easily accessible. They had all the blades right there, and they were just sitting right there. So yeah. Anyways, there was a abandoned store one town over that when I was younger I used to go to when you know, all right. So it was an abandoned store, and during Halloween, it was rented out by I don't know, whatever, one of the Halloween stores rented it every Halloween, and there was, I can't remember, but I want to say there was multiples of these. Not that I remember or ever saw, but what I do remember is that there was 3 or 4 of these. There was one, so like part of the store was like kind of closed off, like it had like a curtain or like a temporary wall or something to that extent that probably had more fans that were removed. More toward the center of the store, because like kind of the left side was the part that was closed off. More toward the center, kind of where you walk in, there was one of these. The ceiling, toward the back of the store was lower, and toward the front it got higher. And at the front there was one of these, and it actually worked. I don't know why the other ones didn't, but there was one of these toward the front. Then off to the right of that one, there was another that didn't run. It had clearly been locked up because, it's a Halloween store. They have Halloween crap. So I got like one of the Grim Reaper staffs or something and tried pushing it. It, nudged, but it was clearly locked. And then, where else? More so toward the middle, kind of off to the left. So kind of like behind the front one, the one that worked. There was no, it was like in between the two, kind of in the middle, in the back of the store, and it didn't have any blades on it, and it didn't run. So either it was like disconnected, or I don't really know. But yeah, these are pretty big childhood fans, so kind of cool to stumble upon them in a way, because I didn't know that's what I had at the time. Anyways, let's start off on low. For testing purposes, I am using a Casablanca 4-speed rotary control. These fans are in pretty good condition. I think they're from '93, if I remember correctly. Dan said that these came out of a farm store along with a bunch of other miscellaneous fans. You might remember Metal Pete tested one of these. It was either his first fan tested or like one of the first. Dan, just lent me these, but he also lent Pete one as well. Alright, let's go to medium low, which isn't a big difference. It's relatively the same. I mean, it does get a little faster, but not by a lot. And these are pretty quiet. My Air Master was really loud, and that was stamped steel as well, but This is also stamped steel and it's very quiet. Medium high. Not that the stamped steel has anything to do with how quiet it is. I'm just kind of talking, just saying random stuff at this point. Yeah, these are pretty cool industrials. They have really wide blades for, you know, standard industrials. Alright. And let's take it up to, yeah, it's really not a great medium speed. Yeah, so not a great range of speeds with this control. Let's bring it up to high. A little bit of a startup sound there, which is kind of cool. And for stamped steel fans, these things really do perform well. I'd say at least as much as a K55 fan, probably more. You know, your standard K55 like Panama or whatever. Four Seasons are kind of unfair there. Oops. Alright, let's go ahead and do spin down. Which is, of course, going to take forever because these are steel blades. My original plan was to leave the down rods on these, but if I was going to install these, there's no way it would be safe. You know, they'd be hanging a few inches above my head, and I'm not sure if I really want to be risking that. Probably put like some 6-inch down rods on it. 4-inch would probably be too short. No, because I think the way the yoke works, you have to go deeper into it than you do on the Airmaster. So a 4-inch won't work. So I'll have to cut a couple down rods. Yeah, good spin down though. These cleaned up really nicely. This one in particular was coated in dirt and grime on the motor and such. And it was almost like they were involved in some sort of cigarette gunk or whatever was built up on the upper canopy and down rod. Not so much on the lower canopy or rest of the fan, but yeah, certainly on the upper canopy. It was yellowed. Yeah, and I assure you, it is off. Let me check that again. It is off, right? Yeah, it is off, so. I'll mention again that Halloween store where I saw these. Anyways, the Halloween store that I saw these at, it was torn down just after I started collecting to make way for a new retail store. So yeah, unfortunately those are gone. But really there's only 2 fans and a motor. So I'm not losing a whole lot there, but it is a big part of my childhood. I always thought these were cool. You know, those wide blades stuck out in the design as well. Still going. Alright. You done yet? Yeah, unfortunately with, you know, good bearings and steel blades, you just have to wait here forever for the things to stop. Got a lot of momentum behind those. Alright, anyways, there is one of 2 TATs. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching.